Well, my name is Jalila Simmons. So I am a Christian, and I definitely went through a really long transition, figuring things out. My husband would say, okay, so when are you going to go back to church? Because I had stopped going to church. And he's like, you need to, really develop your spiritual self. And he was definitely developing his. And I started going to a church and would come back and talk to him about it, about whatever the sermon was. And we definitely had lots of back and forth because he is a Zen Buddhist. And one day he asked me, because I always agree with him, like, you know what, that makes a whole lot of sense, whatever he says. That makes a lot of sense too. He says, well, what makes you a Christian? I said, it's because I really relate to Jesus Christ. I really relate to his message, I think, which is about love and compassion and humanity. I had my little girl last year in August, and this is where I sit and I would nurse her, and I was kind of, postpartum can really get to you. And so I'm sitting here and I'm nursing her, and I'm thinking, oh boy, this is a drag, So I started having to, meditate, because baby's nursed, it feels like round the clock. And when I would be here, I get into my, okay, let me meditate and let me pray. And I would stare at that point in the, on the wall there. And it just spoke to me, you can't get up and move around. You're just kind of bound to the house for a little bit, bound to the baby. And there's no reason why I couldn't be happy, with my baby, And so I painted, be happy right here, right now. So whenever I was here on the couch, I could look up and I go, okay, yes. And this is a moment to be with my baby. And from there, I started doing that, going to that place of meditation.